Greetings. This is David Murphy. You know, when I make a video, it's of great importance to me, and hopefully it's of great importance to you as well. You know, I operate on divine inspiration, and I was asked this question. But first, let me introduce myself. Now, this is who I say I am on the surface. I am David Murphy, the publisher of the National Black Unity News. I am a founding member of Black Men Unifying Black Men. I am a member of the oldest men's club in the nation, our social club. I am a member of Maryland Council of Elders. I am also a member of the National Black Council of Elders. Now, these are on the surface who I say I am. But the question I want to ask you, those who know me, is this. Who do you think I am? What do you think I am? And better yet, why do you think I am? And the reason I'm asking you this question because, as I just mentioned, I operate on divine inspiration. And sometimes when we meet people, when we have conversations with one another, we sum each other up, we form an opinion. And some might say this about me, and some might say that about me. Each individual has their own mindset and their own thought pattern. And the question that I ask you may be a variety of answers coming from a variety of different people. But you know, I'm going to constantly remind you the reason why I'm making this video is because of divine inspiration. You see, sometimes David Murphy on the surface will not pick up the phone sometimes and talk to you on a consistent basis. That does not mean I don't care about you. I'd only call my family members very rarely, but that's just what who I act like on the surface, but on the inside, I have much love for my family, my children, my grandchildren, my people. You see, I pretty much dedicated half of my life to serving. That's why I deem myself a servant because I serve people who serve people. And one of the reasons why I do that is because my whole life seems like it's been around discrimination, uh, 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 racism. Ever since I was a little boy, see, like my life was predestined in this run. As a little boy, I stood at a counter, couldn't get weight on. I went to a predominantly all-white school. I worked in a predominantly all-white department, and all of these things have impacted my life. First of all, it was negative. But see, God, by divine inspiration, He turned it around for good. And that's why I do the things that I do today, because it's not about money, prestige, anything like that. It's mission driven. And I understand personally how it feels to be turned down because of the color of your skin, your race. And I've known what my father went through because of his race. A sharp man, intelligent man, 2.5 years of college. And that's back in the 50s. That's almost like a doctorate degree. But you know, the larger society had them cleaning out toilets, calling them every kind of name but the child of God. And I seen how it turned his life from this way to that way. He ended up being an alcoholic, and he died that way. But nevertheless, that's just one of millions of stories of what happened to us as a people. Now, I don't put down, I'm no respecter of person. I don't put down any group of race of people, but I've been commissioned like so many shows that I stand on. First of all, those of you who believe in the Bible, there were people like Moses. There were so many people that the whole Bible is filled of people who stood up for their people. It's nothing new what I do. There's plenty of people right here in this country, DeMarcus Garvey, Malcolm X, I mean, I can go on and on and on about people who dedicated their lives for the upliftment of our people. And I'm just one of many. Many of you who I'm talking to right now had that same commission. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, on the surface, We do a lot of things. And a lot of things, we all of us have aspiration of succeeding. All of us have aspiration of raising our children and making a better life, not only for ourselves, but our future generations. But because of the blood, sweat, and tears that each and every one of us have, and the gifts and the talent that God has provided us with. For instance, I don't know, for those in my age group, I'm 71, be 72 shortly. When we were little children, they used to have a thing called finger painting. We used to take this special type of ink and just smear our fingers all through and just scribble, and they considered that art for that age group. That was art. It was part of art class. But then some children looked at some things like that and went a step further. And they liked what they saw, and they went a step and they start doodling, as they say. And next thing you know, some of them started painting, some of them started drawing, some of them started doing sculptures and things like that. And before long, with practice, diligence, dedication, they became artists, singing artists, you know what I mean. But and not only that, some of these artists went on to sell their products, goods, and services because they honed in on what they do. Well, I'm no different. I'm an artist in my own way. You see, because of discrimination, I start dwelling in, especially with media, newspapers. And next thing you know, today I'm an artist because I do things. I'm not boasting or bragging or not trying to impress you, but to impress upon you this. I do extremely well for what I do. I do the job of 40, 50 people and people that's in my industry. You go in any newspaper office, you'll see 35, 40 people working on one publication. David Murphy do that whole job that most of them are doing. And therefore not only make me an artist, but make me specially gifted, because that is one of my gifts. You are one of my gifts because I'm concerned about you, your well-being. You see, I'm an entrepreneur as well, and I know about the blood, sweat, and tears that one has to put into their business and service. I also know this: if you live long enough, a lot of people, you had intertwined with so many different people. A lot of people took advantage of you. A lot of people, in one form of your life or another, you pour your spiritual love, your resources out on them, and they turned their backs on you. They took advantage of you. And so, therefore, most people walk around with their guards up. They've been hurt by so many people that it's unlikely when somebody do come along, who do want to help you, who do care about you. You got your guards so high that you can't even see sometimes. And I was the same way too. I've been hurt by a lot of people. That's another reason why I do what I do. Because I've been hurt. I had firsthand knowledge. There's something that I read about the Marcus God I didn't know for myself. So that's why I do what I do. But in any case, I mentioned divine inspiration. And I was asked to ask you this question. What do you think of me? What do you see when you see me? Do you see a gentleman who just do a newspaper, who do marketing and to help you, tell you that this can bring resources to you? Or do you see me as someone who really concerned about you, who really care about you, who really want to help you? That's the question I want to ask you. And when this video is over, if you're looking at this video, I want you to give me a call because it is extremely important to me and to the mission that I'm on. Now, I told you I was this, and I used the word I am. And I use that specifically because you heard it before. I am that I am. You heard that before. But I'm going to tell you what I was told what I am by divine inspiration. Now, you may see me as one way, but if you open your eyes up and look a little deeper, you may see me in another way. And we all are physical beings, but we also are spiritual beings as well. What you saw, what you see is on the physical plane. But some of you have eyes that is open and ears that can hear. And I'm gonna share this with you. Sometimes, I'm only human. I question myself why, what for, how come. I'm just as sensitive as the next person. But the truth be told, we are more than what we see on the surface. And God has given us, all of us, a measure of gifts and talents. Now, I have had many conversations with quite a few of you. And I would always say things like this to you to encourage you, to uplift you. I say things to you in a conversation sometimes you may not even see in yourself sometimes. See, when I talk to you sometime, I talk to you on the physical plane, and then some interaction, sometime I'll be talking to you on the spiritual plane as well. Sometimes, because where did that come from? Sometimes this is my thought sometimes, but I just spit it out. And the reason being is because I have a gift, and it's called discernment. See, I see things in people sometimes they don't see in themselves. I see your gifts and your talents sometimes. And I just blurt it out sometimes. And I've been doing that not recently, but I've been doing that pretty much all my life. And that's on the real tip. And when I say, what do you think I am? The best way I can explain this is this. It's been revealed to me by divine inspiration. I just don't put together a newspaper. I just don't do commercials and things like that. My gifts and talents, as all of our gifts and talents, is not made just for us to have to enjoy for ourselves. It's to give, to share, to make the world a better place, not for your generation and for future generations. And it's been revealed to me this: I am used to help you so that you can help yourself. And I'm gonna share with you a little bit of the things that I am. Most of you, all of you, have visions of your business, your service, and just your general life. You want to help people with your gifts and talents and your services. And you've done the blood, sweat, and tears. You put in the time, the hours. You did all of those things. And to this point, you come to this point. And then somewhere along the roads of life, you and I have met. And I come to you and say, I can help you do this and help you do that. Not do it for you, but to assist you, to help you to do what you do. That's why I call myself a servant of servants. And that came to me by divine inspiration as well. So I'm here to serve people, to assist you. When I say serve, not to work for you, not to do all of these things that I'm your slave or anything. When I say to serve you, to assist you, to help you, because you're not alone. God heard your cries. He know that the work that you put in there. He know what you prayed about. And he always send people, because God works through people. He send people around you sometimes, but we got our guards up most of the time. Sometimes we can't even see it. But I'm here to tell you this about who I am. And I'm going to tell you the real deal. You see, I am here to assist you. I am that conduit, that connection that help you to meet the right type of people that can help you to take your dream or to fruition, to help you to get you to where you want to go. I am sent to you to help you so that you can help other people. See, it's not about you personally. It's not about me personally. God has a greater plan than you and I ever thought that we can have on this surface, on a spiritual tip. By divine inspiration, we was brought together. Not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of our people. And that's why I do the things I do. Some of you may say, David, He got a hidden agenda. David, did this and David do that. But I cast the first stone because I know that you've been hurt. I know that you have been abused by other people, taken advantage of. That's why I go way beyond the call of duty to let you know that I don't want anything from you personally. All I want to do is help you. That's my mission. I'm here just to assist you. That's my gift. I had those type of gifts to assist you. But sometimes some of you don't even see it. I ask you, the only thing I ever asked of you, those who know me, the only thing I asked of you is we have a publication called the National Black Unity News. And that's nothing but a tool, a powerful tool, but it's a tool. That's the surface stuff. But the surface thing, I think some of you may not see. And when I offer you other gifts, I have done interviews with quite a few of you. I have created commercials for quite a few of you. Now, if I was after money, that would cost you thousands of dollars if you went to other people who have gifts and talents in those areas. But I do it freely for you because I'm sent to you to assist you. And and sometimes, because I don't know the makeup of your mind, the makeup of your spirit, but I do know this, and you heard of this before, my steps are ordered. And I don't believe if you came into my life and you and I have communicated together and we start dialoguing about this and about that, and you share your gifts with me and I share mine with you. And then from that point on, we have some of us have built a great friendship or good working relationship or understanding of each other. But a lot of you sometimes don't even see the gift that is before you. I ain't talking about David Merck, the physical David Merck. I'm talking about the spiritual gift that God put in each and every one of us, that God has sent to you. And some of you won't even take advantage of it. I have called many of you and said, I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you. And sometimes I don't even get a return call. And you've been out here struggling, asking, crying out to God, help me. And then when help come along, you don't even see it. Because you're so busy sometimes looking at the physical and you don't see the spiritual sometimes. So I'm sent here to let you know this because time is of the utmost right now. And tomorrow's not promised to none of it. That's why this is a sense of urgency from my perspective. I may not always be with you to assist you like the way I want to, the way God instructed me to. But there are people out there all over this world that will welcome an opportunity like you and I have with each other, who will be honored to have this, whose eyes are open. Now, to say this to you in closing, I am a man of God. I believe that in my heart of hearts. I am sent to you to assist you, to help you to get where you want to go, so that you can help others to get them to what they need or where they need to go. I am gifted and talented in many areas. If you allow me to, if we could work together, those things that you've been crying out about can be achieved if you open your eyes and your hearts. But I'm going to say this. Tomorrow is not promised to none of us. Today is all we have. And I am moving forward because I tried on many occasions to help quite a few of you. I even went into my own pockets to help you and support you. I have never even charged you out there for some of the services that a few of you pay me for a free service, but most of y'all, I just gave it to you for free because I just want to show you that I'm here to help you, not hurt you. But The conditions of this world is getting rough out there. And God is calling all of us on the front lines. This is not a drill. This is serious warfare, seen and unseen. And it's time for us, those who are called, stand up. And God has blessed you with gifts and talent. It's time to use it. Some of you have been working all of your lives and built up all sorts of things, and you still found it to be a great struggle. But God wants you to know that you're not by yourself. Not only David, there's an army of people around you. I've told many of you, show up on the call because there's people here waiting to assist you. Most of you don't show up. I say I would do this for you and do that for you. Most of the time, I want to get a call back and say, well, David, I welcome the opportunity for you to do this for me because I need it. And most of you really do. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is, again, why I am here, why I'm working for you. See, I don't make money off of you. But I do know this. I am blessed. When you can bless other people indirectly, I'm blessing people as well. See, God takes care of me. I'm good. Always have been. I would have never made it this far. But it's about us. We. Not them and they. It's about us uplifting each other and uplifting our people. And I'm not saying I'm all of this, but I know one thing I am. I am God, a man of God. And I am because God is. And God is all, everything. And we are part of everything, you and I. But if you don't see the blessings that God is putting around you, and you wonder why this is not happening for you in your life, or why this ain't going the way you expected it going, because sometimes you have shut the doors. I've done that on many occasions to myself. I blocked off many of my blessings. But God has given me opportunities after opportunity, day after day, to renew my mindset, to give me a multitude of chances. Now, I don't know how many chances I have left. I don't know how many chances you have left. But I do know this. I'm willing to work with you, but you need to help me so I can help you so that we can help ourselves. And if you don't, if it's cool because that's your choice. But I do know I came to you in honesty and in truth. I came to you with open arms, open heart, and I wanted to serve you, to help you, not do for you. I can't do for you. That's your thing. But I'm here to assist you. And please give me a call because I am going to move on. And I'm not saying I'm all this, I'm all that, but I do know one thing I am. I am blessed. I have many gifts and talents, and I'm aware of them, and I'm willing to use them on you. And I believe that our steps are ordered, and I believe that you were sent, and I believe I can help you. I had no doubt about that. But you have to help yourself. I cannot do if you don't do. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time. And remember this. I am here, or I was here. Just so you know, I am because God is. Thank you. Take care.